where we just relay some facts,
whether they're new or antique.
So just sit back and relax.
It's time for What's Up This Week. Hello everybody and welcome to What's Up This Week, your weekly dose of facts and trivia from University Branch Library. So this week I'm going to start things off by talking about Mary Oliver, the extraordinary poet who was born on September 10th, 1935 in Maple Heights, Ohio. Oliver left home as a teenager and found herself at Steepletop, the home of the poet Edna St. Vincent Millay. Now Oliver, who was a budding writer herself who was heavily inspired by Millay's works, spent several years at Steepletop and helped Millay's sister, Norma, to organize the late poet's papers. Oliver also attended Vassar College and Ohio State University, but she didn't receive a degree from either. However, in 1963, she published her first book of poems called No Voyage and Other Poems. From then on, Oliver became quite the prolific writer and published numerous works over the years. And in 1983, she won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry for her book, American Primitive. Mary Oliver's style can be described as ethereal and naturistic. Our library system has several books by this distinguished author available for checkout. Alright Megan, what weird thing do you have for the humans for this episode?
What's up everyone? This week's weird thing is that it's National Waffle Week, a week to celebrate waffles as if we need an excuse. So to honor National Waffle Week, I'm gonna make some waffles. Forms of waffles have been around for centuries, but they didn't get their iconic waffle pattern until the 13th century. And they were called wafers until 1735. The word waffle comes from the Dutch word wafel. And the Dutch were big fans of waffles. They brought them with them to America in 1620. And while the Americans did not invent waffles, we were the first to put maple syrup on them. Waffles have always been a popular breakfast item, and with the invention of the electric waffle iron, making them became so much easier. Then, in 1953, frozen waffles were introduced into supermarkets, and they were called froffles until 1955, which I think is awesome, and I think we should have kept calling them that. Waffles. Whether you're a fan of frozen waffles or a purist who demands them to be freshly cooked, waffles are a delicious breakfast treat and should be celebrated this week. I learned about the history of waffles from our Credo reference database, and you can use this resource too to research a variety of topics. It's free to use anywhere there's internet with your Fort County Library card. If you're craving homemade waffles after this week's weird thing, check out a cookbook or two from our libraries. Here are a few titles that may interest you. Back to you, James. I'm gonna eat me some waffles.
Well, thank you for that, ma'am. Hopefully that particular waffle aroma will waft its way over in this direction. So I would like to conclude this episode by talking about an awesome athlete named Wilma Rudolph. And she is actually the first athlete that we're going to feature in a new segment on our little show called Sports Spotlight. Wilma Rudolph was born on June 23, 1940 in St. Bethlehem, Tennessee. After overcoming illness and disability as a young child, Rudolph went on to become a star athlete at her high school in basketball and track. As a 16-year-old junior, she qualified for the 1956 Summer Olympic Games in Australia. She and her team won the bronze medal for the 400-meter relay. 4 years later, at the 1960 Summer Olympic Games in Rome, Italy, Rudolph bested herself when she won the 100-meter final in 11 seconds and made the 200-meter dash in 24 seconds. She and her teammates also won the 400-meter relay. With those victories, Rudolph became the first American woman to win 3 track and field gold medals in a single Olympics. She was deemed the fastest woman in the world. She retired from the sport in 1962. A record-breaking athlete and a powerful activist, Rudolph led a remarkable life. Our library system has a number of books about Wilma Rudolph and other accomplished female athletes throughout history. Some of them are adult nonfiction titles, while others are for younger readers. Alright, that's it for this week's episode of What's Up This Week. If you enjoyed this video, and obviously you did at least a little bit because you made it this far into it, then please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and you'll be notified whenever new episodes of our little show are posted and when other Fort Bend County Library adult programs are posted. Okay folks, we'll see you next time.